Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. As you're seeing on the screen right now, I just unboxed the Crossrope Get Strong jump rope set, and these are heavier jump ropes. There are two ropes in that set, a 1 pound rope and a 2 pound rope. Because I've used heavy jump ropes before, I'm going straight with the beast of the two ropes. This rope is 2 pounds, so I've used say 3 pound ropes before, even slightly heavier. So I'm going to start with the heavier of the two Crossrope Get Strong jump ropes. So one thing you might be able to tell from this distance between where we are right now, the camera, and where I am, is that the Get Strong Crossrope handles are a good bit thicker than the Get Lean jump rope handles. But I imagine you could use the Get Strong handles with the Get Lean Crossropes. I'll have to find that out for myself. I'll try attaching and unattaching the Get Lean jump ropes at a later point. But these ropes, as you can see there, it's very easy to attach. They're very easy to attach and unattach. So they're attached, unattached, and then just reattached. Very easy. So this rope is 2 pounds. So I've rotated my ankles just before, loosen up my body a little bit, and I'll get started jumping with this. I won't be doing anything too intense. So it is quite a heavy rope. Move this trailer back. Just manhandling that trailer. So one thing I want you to see here is if I step on the rope, pull the handles horizontally, they come up to a good deal lower than the base of my chest. When I jump rope, I like to use a rope that comes up to about the base of my chest. So there's the base of my chest. My belly button is around here. So this is an 8-foot rope. It's quite short, and because I'm using a heavy rope, I want to make sure I try to avoid whacking myself in the shins. Today I'm wearing Nike Free 5.0s. So in previous videos I've been wearing a brand new pair of barefoot minimalist shoes called Palooza, which I'm absolutely enjoying, but today I'm going back to my Nike Free 5.0s. So I'm just going to get warmed up here, swing this rope around. So already I can feel a good bit of weight in this rope. So I'm not going to do anything too crazy, too intense. I'll probably do a lot of boxer skips using this heavier rope. So I used the regular 2-foot hop that'll not only tire my calves out and my lower legs, well, because I'm using a heavy rope, I'll probably also feel it in my upper body. So I'll throw in some boxer skips along with the regular 2-foot hop. All right, let's get started with the Crossrope 2 pound Get Strong rope. Keep my forearms low to the ground. Okay, so I just did I don't know how many hops there, maybe 15. I could definitely hear the rope as it was rotating around, and I could feel the rope, or I could feel my shoulders being quite engaged, even after just doing a few hops. So let's continue again. Just a few side swings. The boxer skip. I don't know if you guys can hear that. So I'm spinning the rope quite quickly now. Okay. So one thing for sure is I can definitely hear the rope rotating around, and I can feel my shoulders being engaged. When I usually jump rope, I keep the thumb on top of the handles, but these thicker handles, often when I jump rope with a heavier rope, I might wrap the thumbs around or even behind. I usually do this when I jump rope, but with this heavier rope, because the handles are a bit thicker, I'm actually wrapping my thumbs around. And so far, so good. I'll try to put my thumbs on top as if I was jumping rope using, say, their Get Lean set handles or just a regular PVC jump rope pair of handles. So let's see now. My standard jump rope grip with the thumb on top. Just a moment ago I had my thumbs wrapped around. So I'm going to go back to my standard grip like so. The regular 2-foot hop. Okay, so the thumb on top is working okay. Let's see if I notice anything in my forearms or my shoulders. Okay, so there, I use my standard jump rope grip with my thumbs on top, using these thicker Get Strong Crossrope handles. Now I'm going to wrap my thumbs around the handles and see if I notice any different sensations, say in my forearms or in my upper arms or even my shoulders. So let's say if you're doing a chin up, for example, if you wrap your thumb around the bar like so, imagine there's a bar going there, and you wrap your thumb around the bar, it can often engage the forearm and the upper arm more. I'm going to wrap my thumb around the bar or around the handles, and let's see if it does engage my forearms more. See if I notice any different sensation. So far so good. I don't really notice much difference between the two grips. Okay, I start feeling my forearms being engaged a little bit more now. Okay, so with the thumb wrapped around the handles, I can definitely notice my forearms being engaged a little bit more than when my thumb was left on top. But that could simply be because I've done a few different sets now, or additional sets. Feel the handle rubbing against this part of my hand, that kind of a soft skin there. So over time, if you're jumping rope with your thumb wrapped around the handle, that might cause a little bit of friction. It might cause a little bit of pain on that skin area, but I'm sure, like most things, over time that skin will toughen up and you wouldn't have any issues like that. But I think using these heavier jump ropes, the thicker Get Strong Crossrope handles, I might even try to just stick with my regular jump rope style grip with the thumb on top. You could even try your thumb behind the handles to see if that helps. So I'm going to go back, my thumb on top. Beautiful day today as opposed to yesterday. It's raining like crazy. Nice to get outside, get a bit of a jump rope session in after doing some morning reading and drinking some coffee. All right, regular 2-foot hop. Maybe we'll try run in place. Even a few crisscrosses. Okay, so to add on to what I was saying about the thumb placement, what I noticed there was as soon as I started doing crisscrosses, I could feel the handles slip in my hands. And why is that? Well, I was using my standard jump rope grip with the thumb on top. So I suppose when you start performing, say, tricks, if you want to with a heavier rope like this, the Crossrope 2-pound Get Strong jump rope, if you keep your thumb on top, it's okay for, say, maybe the basic boxer skip, 2-foot hops. But if you start using movements where you might have to cross your arms, for example, then in that case you might want to keep your thumbs wrapped around the handles when you perform those movements, so you do have a bit more stability. If my thumbs are wrapped around the handles, those handles are less likely to move around in my hands. So let's try that again. I'll do some crisscrosses with my thumbs wrapped around the handles. So to begin with, I'll just keep my thumbs on top while I do some 2-foot hops or boxer skips, the run in place, and then when I do crisscrosses, I'm going to move my thumbs around the handles. Okay, 2-foot hop, boxer skip, run in place. I'm gonna begin crisscrosses in just a moment. So I'm gonna wrap my thumbs around. Certainly had more control over the jump rope, and I didn't feel the handle moving in my hands. So if your performance, say, crisscross is just about to come to a stop there, wrapping the thumbs around the handles might be more suitable. That's something you could experiment with. So let's try again here. So I got my thumbs around the handles, thumbs on top. So thumbs on top, my standard jump rope grip isn't bad. You get good control over the rope, and you can even place it here, the metal part. But as you start doing maybe crisscrosses, you might want to wrap the thumbs around the bar or around the handle so you have more stability. Let's try a few other jump rope moves. Side straddle. Boxer can style kicks. Okay, so this 2-pound rope, because it is a good bit heavier than, say, your standard jump rope, maybe a PVC jump rope or a speed rope, you will certainly feel the cardiovascular benefits. Even after doing just a few hops, you'll feel your forearms being engaged, your upper arms, your shoulders being engaged in a way that you might not experience when you use a lighter jump rope, especially if you're doing a similar number of hops. So heavier ropes can be a fantastic cardiovascular workout in a short period of time. There it was. So I just stopped there for a moment just to inspect the rope. As you can see, I'm jumping rope here outside on concrete. These are concrete bricks, and the surface of them is quite sharp. So expectedly, there is a bit of wear on the front of the jump rope, or where the jump rope makes contact with the ground. So if you do invest in a heavy rope like this, and it might not be such a bad idea to jump rope on a rubber mat, especially because if you're using a heavier rope like this, unlike if you were using a lighter jump rope, like a basic PVC jump rope, you might not be using space as much. If I jump rope, I love to use space. I love to move around when I skip. But if you're using a heavier rope, that might not necessarily be the case, because you wouldn't have as much freedom using the rope, in the sense that you're not going to be able to perform as many jump rope tricks. You're not going to be able to move as swiftly or as nimbly or as quickly with the rope. So really, there's no point. If you're using a heavy rope like this, you're getting just a great cardiovascular workout in a short amount of time, and you could just do it standing in the same space. So using a rubber mat for a heavy jump rope like this is advisable. Okay, so as I was saying there, if you are investing in a more expensive heavy rope like this, it's probably very advisable to jump rope on a rubber mat, as the rope will wear down, I'd say, quite quickly if you jump rope on concrete using a heavy rope, because the weight of the rope making impact with the ground. So I'm going to finish off today's session by attempting a more intense jump rope move, the double under. So I'll begin by doing a few boxer skips or 2-foot hops before going into double under. So a nice way to finish off. Basic 2-foot hop. I'm going to go into a double under. Okay, so there, performing that double under, I had to use my wrists, my forearms, even my shoulders a little bit more than I normally would to perform a double under, given the weight of the rope. Also the fact that it is a bit shorter than a rope that I would be accustomed to. I also had to jump a bit higher because I wanted to make sure the rope didn't whack me in the shins. Let's try that again. 2-pound, get strong cross rope, jump rope. Okay, so there we are. Can you do double unders with a 2-pound cross rope? You certainly can. Is it harder than using a lighter rope, say their half-pound rope or quarter-pound rope, or a basic PVC rope? Absolutely. Could I do 100 in a row using a 2-pound rope? That I'm not so sure about, but I could certainly do them quite easily using a basic PVC rope or a lighter rope. So I hope you've enjoyed this unboxing the Get Strong Crossrope 2-pound jump rope, and you saw the 1-pound rope earlier. I'll try that another day, but as I said, just a couple things to keep in mind. If you're using a heavy rope like this, more expensive jump rope, it's a good idea to jump rope on a rubber mat to preserve the rope, to protect the rope. With a heavier rope like this, as I normally would do, as I jump rope using a lighter weight rope, such as a basic PVC rope, I like to move around to make use of space. But with a heavier rope, you're not going to really need to do that. The heavier the rope, it's going to limit the amount of jump rope moves, tricks you could do, the speed at which you could do them. You're not going to have as much nimbleness, so there's really no point in moving around. Better just to jump rope on, say, a rubber mat or a piece of carpet to protect the rope. Okay, well, I really hope you enjoyed this jump rope video. So if you do invest in a heavy cross rope like this, experiment with your thumb positioning. Do you like to keep your thumb wrapped around the bar, or around the handle, or do you like to keep it on top? Maybe you like to make contact with the metal area there. I found that just doing basic jumps, boxer skips for example, or the side straddle, keeping the thumb on top or close to the metal part there is fine. When you start doing, say, crisscrosses and you start moving your arms maybe across your body, the handles can move about in your hands a little bit, so then it felt easier to keep the thumb wrapped around the handle. Okay, well, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you in the next one.